Known for being a very passionate language, Spanish stands out largely because it has clear and beautiful sounds. The present-day Spanish accent originated in Castilla, in the central region of Spain, and it is the reason why it is also known as Castellano, that is to say, Castilian Spanish. In the late 1400s, the Spaniards, the conquistadors, brought the language to Latin America, where, after many years of usage, it became recognized as the official medium of communications in most countries in the region. It is a language that is suitable for music and poetry. Thus, Spanish is what's on tap today on SciPro Math and Language. While the conquistadors continued to spread Spanish around the planet, in Spain, the language continued to undergo radical changes in its grammar and pronunciation. Many of these changes came into effect through the official rulings of kings, and a series of measures were undertaken to protect the integrity and uniqueness of this most sonorous language. Most of the changes that the Spanish language was undergoing inside of Spain in its early development were not assimilated in Latin America, mostly because the technology was not available to spread the news through a large and politically fragile empire. These are some of the reasons why the Spaniards still maintain one of the most unique and charming Spanish accents to this day. What's so special about Spanish? Spanish is one of the most widely spoken languages in the world. And this is especially the case in Latin America, where most of the Spanish-speaking countries are located. Like French, Italian, Portuguese, and Romanian, it is considered a Romance language. Not because it is particularly romantic, which is true, but because it evolved from Latin, the former language of the Roman Empire. Spanish has 5 standard vowel sounds. These are A, E, I, O, U. These vowel sounds help to simplify the pronunciation of Spanish to the point that most people can learn how to pronounce the language in a matter of days. Its alphabet contains most of the consonants found in English, with a few notable exceptions and sound variations, such as the sounds of the R as in Rodrigo, the Z as in zapato, and the ñ as in el niño. Like Italian, Spanish is a phonetic language, meaning that its alphabet contains almost all the sounds of the language, that is, 27 letters and roughly 27 sounds, or phonemes, if you like the technical name better. And this means that you speak the language in pretty much the same way you write it. Thus, it is relatively easy to learn how to read, write, and pronounce basic Spanish. La RAE is a private institution that regulates and protects the integrity of the Spanish language. La RAE stands for La Real Academia Española. It is located in Madrid, Spain. Hello, fellow humans. Roberto here at SciPro Math and Language. Welcome to the channel. First of all, I would like to wish you health, joy, and lots of blessings today. And thanks for joining us on this occasion. Today's topic is the impossible translations of the Spanish language. In focus is Gustavo Adolfo Bécquer, considered one of the greatest poets of the Spanish language. we will review a few poems from his masterpiece, Rimas y Leyendas. The purpose of this exercise is to rediscover this masterpiece in its original language, Spanish, to develop an appreciation for how Bécquer really wanted us to read and understand the text. Ladies and gentlemen, before proceeding, I'd like to remind you that this channel moves on because of the contributions from good Samaritans like you out there. Thus, to support this channel, here is a list of applications you could purchase from the App Store to do just that. Included in the list is first and foremost, the calculator has inspired the creation of this channel, the one and only SciPro Math, the first polymorphic calculator. Enjoy all the benefits of this one-of-a-kind calculator. Get yours today. Find the links in the description. Thanks so much for your kindness. Now let's carry on with the topic of the day. Next, I am going to share with you a selection of poems from the book Rimas y Leyendas by Gustavo Adolfo Bécquer. Besa el aura que gime blandamente, las leves ondas que jugando riza. El sol besa la nube en occidente, y de púrpura y oro la matiza. La llama en derredor del tronco ardiente por besar a la otra se desliza, y hasta el sauce, inclinándose a su peso, al río que le besa, vuelve un beso. Primero es un albor trémulo y vago, raya de inquieta luz que corta el mar, luego chispea, crece y se difunde en ardiente explosión de claridad. La brilladora luz es la alegría, la temerosa sombra es el pesar. Hay en la oscura noche de mi alma, ¿cuándo amanecerá? Tu aliento es el aliento de las flores. Tu voz es de los cisnes la armonía. Es tu mirada el esplendor del día, y el color de la rosa es tu color. Tú prestas nueva vida y esperanza a un corazón para el amor ya muerto. Tú creces de mi vida en el desierto como crece en un páramo la flor. Podrá nublarse el sol eternamente. Podrá secarse en un instante el mar. Podrá romperse el eje de la tierra como un débil cristal. Todo sucederá. Podrá la muerte cubrirme con su fúnebre crespón, pero jamás podrá apagarse en mí la llama de tu amor. Sabe, si alguna vez tus labios rojos quema invisible atmósfera abrasada, que el alma que hablar puede con los ojos, también puede besar con la mirada. Los suspiros son aire y van al aire. Las lágrimas son agua y van al mar. Dime, mujer, cuando el amor se olvida, ¿sabes tú a dónde va? To be able to experience the beauty of Spanish poetry is more than enough reason to make a decision in favor of learning this extravagant language. The poems of Gustavo Adolfo Bécquer are examples of text that cannot be fully translated into a different language because at the very least, the musical quality of the poems gets lost in the process. Therefore, it is truly worthwhile to hear the original version so that we can better connect to the text in Spanish. Even if you did not fully understand, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Impossible Translations of the Spanish Language. If you decide to learn Spanish, I think it would be a great idea to make it a goal of yours to read the great works of Spanish literature in the original language. Here are some suggestions: Rimas y Leyendas, Don Quijote de la Mancha, Cien Años de Soledad, and many others. Until next time, take care.